Beyond the Scoreboard 2014 with hosts Mark Smothers and Robin Netherton. Brought to you by Country Financial, a Lee Powell agency for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind. Now get ready for more Coleman area football. Beyond the Scoreboard.
Welcome to another week of Beyond the Scoreboard with me, your host, Mark Smothers, and your co-host over here, Robin Netherton. Good to have you with us again this week, and we had some exciting games to go to.
Great to be back.
And we had some that weren't so exciting that we thought might be.
Well, there was a lot of blowouts around the area, but
yes,
there were some close ones too.
And you know, there's one team in our whole area that's undefeated right now.
That's right.
And we're going to talk with Coach Farley here in just a minute. We appreciate the support of our sponsors, Lee Powell of Country Financial and Wallace State Community College. And we just finished a big meal of Chick-fil-A. And you know, I noticed something eating that Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Every time you bite into it, you get a big bite of chicken.
Real chicken, white meat,
it is
healthy
good.
chicken.
Yes.
That's right.
Some good chicken sandwiches there. So y'all, if y'all don't mind, sort of frequent our sponsors a little bit. Chick-fil-A, Country Financial, Lee Powell Agency, and Wallace State Community College, and sort of support them. All right, now we have on the line with us Coach Farley from West Point, the only undefeated team right now in this area.
And looking to maybe stay undefeated for a few more weeks.
We are hoping so. Coach Farley.
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations on another big win.
Well, we appreciate it. You know, kids played well tonight, and you know, we're glad to get a region win under our belt.
Well, good. And, you know, up front, when we came out and saw you in the preseason, it looked to me like y'all were going to be pretty tough up front, and it looks like you probably have been playing great defense, stopping people. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, you know, our kids and coaches, you know, they take pride on both sides of the ball, but especially, you know, on the defensive side, they understand that, you know, if you can keep the other team from scoring, then that's going to limit their chances of beating you. You know, so, you know, they play hard on both sides of the ball. You know, both sides coaches do a great job, but you know, our defensive guys really, you know, they like a challenge, and you know, tonight we had one. Ardmore's, you know, they're big up front, they're big in the backfield, they're 3 yards in a cloud of dust, come right at you with Maryland eye and double wing, and you know, we knew it was going to be a physical football game.
Well, y'all seem to have done okay. Did your running game get going again tonight? I mean, we weren't able to get up to Ardmore to see any footage of you, but
actually we played most of the first half on our end of the field. They was really in ball control, keeping our offense off the field. They drove down and scored on us late in the second quarter, took a 6-0 lead. They went for 2. Defense come up, got a stop, held them to 6-0. We got the ball with about a minute and a half, maybe a minute 40 left in the first half, and actually executed our passing game and drove down and scored. Got a touchdown pass from Bryant Farley to Cameron Moore, and then we got our extra point. That set us up 7-6 going into halftime. We went in, the coaches made great adjustments on both sides of the ball to what they were doing and what we needed to do to, you know, to help ourselves, and the kids executed. We come out in the second half. Kobe Smith returned the second half kickoff, probably about 80 yards to push us up 14 to 6. Defense got a stop. Brian hit Kobe Smith on a pass, probably about 60 yards out, and really got we really got our passing game working tonight, and that was good to see. You know, offensive line did a great job opening up some holes, you know, for some running lanes in the second half, but you know, our passing game really took off tonight, and that was a good adjustment by our coaches.
And that'll make your running game go a little bit better also, won't it?
Yeah, you know, I mean, if people's going to put, you know, if they're going to load the box on you, you're going to have to be able to throw the ball. And, you know, we've got a veteran with Bryant back there. and we've got great receivers, and our line gives us protection, and they can make things happen. So it's good to be able to have that balance.
Well, looking at halftime score and all, and what you did the second half, do you think maybe your kids thought going in that this might be a little easier than what any game is?
No, I don't believe that was their mindset. Counting our jamboree, this is the fourth straight week we've been on the road, and I think we're just a little road weary right now. Mm-hmm. And so we're excited to get the win, and we're really excited to have our home opener next week and be at West Point for a change on Friday night.
All right. Well, congratulations on a great start, and again, you are our team of the week, and we look forward to seeing you a little bit later in the year when you repeat as team of the week. Because it looks to me like y'all have off to a great start, and one of the best years that y'all have had out in West Point in quite a few years. So.
That's right.
Yes, sir. We really appreciate it.
And you've got just a reminder of what we are looking for and why we're looking for you to do well. How many starters do you have returning from last year?
I think we're at 18 of our 22 or something like that, 8 on offense and 10 on defense.
We knew that a couple of weeks ago, but now they're all starters and they've been there. So, sometimes it's hard to remember, well, no, they didn't start last year. But I just remembered y'all had one of the veteran teams coming back this year, and we were looking for big things, and it looks like y'all are delivering.
Yeah, we got 16 seniors, but our underclassmen's doing a great job. We keep telling the guys that everybody's got a role on the team. And every guy's important to do his job. If his job is to go out there on the scout team and challenge that starter to get better, that's what his role is on the team. So it's not just, it's great to have senior leadership and veterans, but your depth's going to be based off your younger guys, and that's going to be your future in the next year or two. So the team's really, they're really understanding, and each player's understanding what their role is, and the senior leadership the guys are providing is bringing those young guys on. So, we're proud of.
Exciting times at West Point.
9-12.
Like exciting times are coming, because this bunch looks great, and I'm sure the future bunches are going to look great too.
Yeah, we're going. We're working our motto right now is team first. We're taking one play, one game at a time. Nothing's going to be one. At all at one time. It's one play, one game, and our guys are buying into that, and they understand it. And we want to stay focused and keep working.
Well, y'all enjoy your ride home. We thank you for being with us tonight on Beyond the Scoreboard, and look forward to talking to you many more times this season.
Sounds good. We appreciate what y'all do.
Good luck next week, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Let me just remind you of the air times for Beyond the Scoreboard. Of course, tonight at 10:30, but then again tomorrow morning, Saturday morning at 9 a.m., Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m., Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., and then again Friday afternoon next week, warming you up for the ball games at 4:30 p.m. And then we'll be ready to go out, and hope each of you go out and support your local schools football team, and the band, and all those other people that are putting a lot of work into providing wholesome entertainment and growth for the young people of our communities.
All right, we're going to commercial breaks. We'll be right back.
We're going to do Team of the Week right now, and then we'll go.
All right, Coach. Each week, Coleman Electric Cooperative and TV 27 in Coleman recognize one of our area teams for their performance the following week. I know you guys have been road warriors so far this year, and you did a great job last week going up to Huntsville and getting a victory over Columbia. So congratulations on the win. Good luck tonight. In recognition of being our team of the week, we have t-shirts for all the players. Congratulations, Coach. Good luck.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
A restaurant with a view. A game day bus. A kingdom for pretty princesses. Your local Country Financial representative knows that your car is much more than just a car to you. And since they know you so well, you can be sure they'll guide you to just the right coverage and available discounts to keep your car and everything else that depends on it well protected. Country Financial. Grow your own way.
Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs. Call 256-734-3348.
Delicious stud, hon.
Eat up, there's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad, the Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage.
Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
One of these could be the most dangerous tools you can own. Because if you're careless, even for a minute, this can come into contact with those. Then it's lights out. At our Touchstone Energy Cooperative, nothing is more important than the safety of our members. We can't do it all. The best way to be safe around outdoor power lines, just don't touch them. Ever. The first rule of every do-it-yourselfer should be do it safely.
Coleman Electric Cooperative.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. Almost $39,000. That's the mean annual wage for Alabamians trained as machinists and in computer-controlled machine operation. Wallace State has machining programs to fit your career ambitions. Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
All right, welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard. We're about to show you some footage of last night's game between Coleman and Florence. It turned out being a very good ball game, a lot closer than a lot of people might have thought it was going to be.
A battle of the heavyweights.
Well, you know, I'm not sure if this is Florence. We've got Coach Britton on the phone. I didn't know if it was Florence or North Alabama when I saw them lining up. Coach, what did you think about the size of these?
Coach, the biggest football team I think we've ever lined up against in my career. They really were pretty on the hoof, I guarantee you, and they're great players.
Well, I was on the practice squad at Florence State for a year, and we weren't near as big as Florence High School is.
Here's this.
He's about 6'5", he's about 282, and runs like he's about 200 pounds. And, we just had a difficult time throwing anything deep the other night just because we couldn't keep them off our little quarterback.
Right.
Well, we just showed a picture of your run back, and none of those big guys were able to catch Harris on that kickoff return.
Bronte did a great job. We had some key blocks in there, and I was glad to see us answer their score. We tried an onside kick that didn't work. 2 plays, they scored a touchdown, and Bronte comes back and we're 7-7. So it's kind of a shootout at the very beginning before everybody even got their seat.
Well, I thought that was a huge return and a confidence builder rather than, you playing and thinking that, okay, all the things we've read about them are true.
Well, that's exactly right. And, the rest of the first half, we hold them to 2 field goals. And, I just thought our kids, especially defensively, played extremely well. We had to take some chances on offense against their defensive front and secondary. And so with that, we put our defense in a bad spot a few times. But Coach Hopper and his squad did a great job answering. We held them to 2 field goals, go in down 6 points at halftime. Felt like we had a few things we could do. Coach Cleveland dialed up a nice play early in the second half, first drive of the second half, and we scored a touchdown, so maybe 14-13.
Well, the touchdown run.
Right.
How many tackles? You got a chance, I'm sure, to look at it on film a little bit. How many tackles did he break on that?
I don't know, guys. It was really good.
Well, I was thinking, yeah, he's going to get down at least to the 5-yard line.
Correct.
And then he just took it on his own and took it on into the end zone. I really couldn't even see how he came out of that pile.
Yeah, Will Crenshaw, really did a great job for us running the football and very determined. And we were very fortunate to get in there, but a lot of determination. I really like how he runs the ball.
All right, if you don't mind, we're going to continue to talk with you just a little while, but we're still going to be showing some footage of the Holly Pond Collinsville game, but we don't have their coaches on the line or anything, but we're going to go ahead and be showing footage of that before we talk to you, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach, I know that you're going to be telling your team the same thing I'm about to say, but if you get to go to see Florence again in the playoffs, there were some critical mistakes that your team can cut out. That they
turnovers,
made.
just
a couple of turnovers,
small things,
a drop snap on a punt, and some things like that put you in a hole or could have put you in a big hole. But some of those things your kids were able to overcome then. But take those things away, and the outcome of the game could be different as well.
Well, that's true. Right before the half, we took a shot with about, 27 seconds left in the first half. We take a shot in the end zone. We throw it a little bit behind our receiver, which in twisting around, it prevents him from really jumping up
and using his body.
Mm-hmm. And using his body. That's exactly
because
right. And the ball gets batted away. That play right there haunts me a little bit because just like you said, the what if, we did drop a snap. But I'm going to tell you something, that was my fault right there. We catch them, we feel like with men on the field, more than 11, and I'm yelling to snap it. When I'm yelling, my punter, he looks to the side, takes his eye off the ball, we drop the ball, and I take credit for that. We're inexperienced a little bit. I probably know better than to do something like that, but I thought we might catch them with more than 11 on the field, get a cheap first down, keep the drive alive, and but it just didn't work for us right there, and so not really the kids' fault. It was more my fault. That was a coaching error right there.
Yeah, but it won't happen again when your kids and you get to know each other a little bit better too. So
right, and I was really excited about how our kids dug in and really got after Florence. I was, there's some big hits in that game. It's a tremendously physical game, but we got some bangs and bruises. But our kids, I think as the game progressed, we grew in confidence, and that's something that I'm really excited about.
And yes, and if you, like I said, if you go into the playoffs playing them or any other team in the state, those kids should have that same the confidence that they are developing as the season goes on. That will be a big factor in those games.
You're exactly right. We're excited about that. And we talked to the kids today. We watched the film and talked to the kids about if we need to continue to eliminate mistakes. And our guys are we're not really into moral victories, and we're proud of what they do. And being in the business a long time, you don't want them to be satisfied ever. Right. But really, I think our kids really played well and matched them there for a while. We kind of ran out of gas, a couple big plays that they had. But again, we can eliminate some mistakes, and maybe the outcome be different.
And if they look at those long plays, they had a couple of long plays, long touchdown plays or long plays that set up touchdowns that, just athleticism they was able to do. But, when your kids are a little bit more aware of each other and they played with each other a little bit longer, they're going to know where to be and where the other kids are, and you can take away some of those big plays.
Florence had about a 75, 80-yard run, number 8. He breaks to our sideline. My backside pursuit, we actually over-pursued, and he changed direction, went back down their sideline, turned out to be a 75, 80-yard touchdown.
Yes. That was a big play.
Get onto the kids for being over pursuing, but again, you've got to be disciplined enough to do your job. And we get a little overexcited at times and trying to do maybe too much, and that shows our youth right there. But really, I'm excited about the enthusiasm, and we're really busting it. We've had good practices, so I'm excited about the year so far.
Austin better watch out. I think the rest of the season's going to look bright.
Well, I think so. I think our kids can put some things together, and Austin's very talented. They got a huge left tackle. I'm telling you, he's 6'5", he's about 315, and his feet are good enough. He could be a ballerina. He really moves light on his feet, and but he's just a junior. So, but he had a great night tonight. So we've got our work cut out for us going up to Oval Stadium, and but our guys will meet the challenge. I'm excited about it.
Well, thanks for being with us tonight, Coach, and good luck next week and the rest of the season.
Thank you so much. I appreciate what y'all do for high school football.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, we've got a few games here that we're going to give some scores of some of the area games, region games, and stuff that were extremely important. Scores sort of setting us up for the future weeks in region play.
It seems like every week we've talked about Addison a lot, and we're both from Addison, but that ain't why. They've just had a big schedule up front.
It has been a tough schedule.
And they had a tough one tonight, and a good team at Falkville, and they came out ahead 42-7 over Falkville, and that puts them at 1-1 in the region, and 2-2 overall for the season. Tanner had Cold Springs. Cold Springs is undefeated going into tonight, and unfortunately they fell to Tanner. Tanner's a two-time defending state champion, 49-0.
Very athletic
team. Hanceville and Vinemont had a big game down in Vinemont, big area implication game there, and Vinemont's started out really strong this season, and Vinemont once again pulled out a victory, 45-20 over Hanceville, and I believe running back by the name of John Michael had a big night. Few hundred yards rushing.
Yes, I think it's over 300.
Yeah, big night rushing there. Winfield beat Winston County 55-20. Oakman beat Susan Moore 41-0, and Holly Pond fell to Collinsville 14-28 in a heartbreaker. DAR beat Pennington 52-38. Locust Fork beats Westminster Christian 46-21. North Jackson 58 over Priceville 13. Aniana beats Good Hope 53-8. In Region 5. Or 5A Region 7, Boaz beats Fairview.
As we go to that one, I think we've got some footage of that Boaz and Fairview game. If we could get that going. All right, we'll be watching this footage as you go ahead and go through some of the region play games and results.
Okay, but like I said, Boaz pulled this one out 35-24 over Fairview. Boy, it's a good game. Boaz jumps out on top, and 18-0 unanswered, and then Fairview comes back and scores 12, and really makes it a ball game coming out the second half, and a few key interceptions. I think's what really put Fairview behind the 8 ball, but outstanding game. Fairview, they can score quick.
That was a great catch on a kid adjusting to the football too.
Yeah, I think he makes another one in the end zone coming up right here, and he. Fairview just had some strong runners. Number 17 ran the ball hard, got a few touchdowns in. There was a good strong run, scores there. This region, 5A Region 7 is a tough region. You got Guntersville in this region, Madison County, you got Etowah, you got a lot of good teams in this region that, Fairview's got a tough region year in, year out. And there you see a catch that, some of these throws, could have made all the difference in the world. I think he ends up, coming down with this one. And Fairview can score, at will. In a hurry, just whenever they, call get the right calls and are on the same page, they can really strike. And there's another touchdown. Like I said, you just get them right back in it.
Good adjustment to the ball.
And Boaz has a great football team, played well after the first half. Some more scores in 5A Region 7. Etowah beats Randolph 38-23. Guntersville wins over Douglas 33-8. Madison County 53, Butler 0. Region 5A, or 5A Region 8. East Limestone 33, J.O. Johnson 14. Lawrence County beats Pope John Paul 34-6. Russellville beats Columbia 28-8.
Oh, Lawrence County's still undefeated, aren't they?
Lawrence County's still undefeated. And then West Point, our only undefeated area team, big win over Ardmore. Season's looking bright for the Warriors, 31-6. Region 6, or 6A Region 8, Decatur beats Athens tonight, 28-13. Big win for Decatur. I know that's a big rivalry up there.
Athens seems to be struggling a little bit this year.
A little bit, and they got Coleman's got them next week, so that'll be, you know.
Well, they got Austin next
Austin,
week.
They have Austin,
Yeah.
that's right. Florence beats Coleman, last night, 28-14, and then Muscle Shoals, 45 over Austin, 28.
Okay.
And then the 6A Region 7.
Now, I was talking to Coach Britton a little bit earlier, even before he was on the phone with us, and he said that was, I think he said it was 21-all at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So most shows in Austin. So it, you never know. One or two little things can really break your momentum. Or start.
One key injury or one key turnover, a kickoff return. Momentum's a crazy thing in football. 6A Region 7, Fort Payne beats Brewer 24-7. Scottsboro beats Albertville 41-40. Very close game.
And
both those are good
Albertville
teams.
was undefeated going into that.
And Scottsboro is 3-1 now. Southside Gadsden, one of the teams that put Coleman out last year in the semifinals, 41 over Arab 13, and that's all the region games that we have.
Okay. All right, we got a Band of the Week coming up here, so if you would, we'll look at the Coleman Bearcat Marching Band, and we'll have a little bit of their play coming up right now. I think. Okay. But while we're waiting on that, we will talk a little bit more about our main sponsors. And Country Financial and Lee Powell over in the old part of town, and it's worth just going in and looking at the building if you want to go in and visit with them.
And a great guy.
Yes. And then we have Wallace State, which is your alma mater.
Absolutely. It looks like the University of Alabama Hansville branch.
It does. It's a great place down there.
Guys, we can go ahead and go to a break, and then we'll get
All right.
to the week later.
But what we'll do is show the Band of the Week, Coleman Bearcats Marching Band, in just a few moments. But right now, we'll go ahead and take a break and listen to a word from our sponsors.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
A restaurant with a view. A game day bus. A kingdom for pretty princesses. Your local Country Financial representative knows that your car is much more than just a car to you. And since they know you so well, you can be sure they'll guide you to just the right coverage and available discounts to keep your car and everything else that depends on it well protected. Country Financial. Grow your own way.
Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs. Call 256-734-3348. From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts has just the gift you need for that special someone. Find a tote bag or build a bow. Peruse our selection of baby items. Or choose a nice piece of jewelry by Chameleon. And while you're here, let us take care of all your monogramming needs. From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts. The best gifts are from the heart.
It's true. The only time we think about electricity is when the power goes out. Then every minute seems like an eternity. Luckily, as a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, the people working on our behalf have the training, high-tech resources, and motivation to restore power as quickly and as safely as humanly possible. See what I mean? When it comes to electricity, you know you have an outstanding team working for you when you hardly notice them at all.
Coleman Electric Cooperative.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. That's how many registered nurses the national job market will need in this decade. Will you be one of them? Across the country, that's the median annual pay for RNs. Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
Well, welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard. Now we're going to look at a little bit of footage of Vinemont-Hanceville, and we got Coach Scott on the phone with us tonight. So, Coach Scott, big win, huge win.
Yeah, I'm proud of our guys, and it's a team effort all the way around. And you know, we like it was well publicized. We hadn't beaten Hanceville in 4 or 5 years, and it's good to get the monkey off our back a little bit. Just come play. We played loose and just got after it. So I was proud of it.
All right, up front, I thought on both sides of the football, your team was well prepared, but I just thought they played outstanding.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the offensive and defensive lines they need a lot of credit for what we did tonight, because everybody knows that's where it's won and lost, and those guys just got after it and executed the game plan, and it's all about pad level and effort. So that's about it. They got after it.
And you guys are not little by any standard, but I know some of those guys aren't the biggest linemen on the field, but it looks like they're in shape and they get after it as good as anybody. It looks like they have motors that don't quit running.
Well, we better be able to run. If you're going to be 175, 180 pounds and you play somebody at 240, you better have good technique and you better have some strong legs and be able to run. So that's kind of where we're at.
Let's go, Gabe. All right, and the rushing game, of course, John Michael Dye has had a couple of big ball games already this year, but tonight was bigger than any of them, wasn't it?
I believe so. I don't have the final stats. I've heard a couple numbers thrown around. I know that he rushed well over 250 yards, and I think he only had about 12 or 13 carries, and 6 of those were touchdowns. So, the numbers were pretty outstanding for him. And he'll be the first to tell you, though, that a lot of those runs he didn't get touched until he was out of safety. So, nobody really had even an opportunity to hit him until that point. So, I felt like when the time came, Bo Wright ran the ball very well, very physical runner, and Garrett Bowling got him a touchdown tonight. We never threw the ball tonight, so we did not throw a pass. So I felt like we did what we came to do.
Well, I did notice down there on the sideline, Horry Woods is still out, and I spoke with him last week, and I thought he was going to be back and ready to go tonight because he really wanted to be out there. But
my heart goes out to Ori. He's such a great kid and a great competitor, and it's just unfortunate. He's just, there's just some things that ain't exactly right yet, and I don't want to put him out there until it's time to go. And I'm hoping that's going to be sooner than later. So.
Well, I hope so too for him, especially. And you say you didn't throw any because you really didn't need to, but. Pass defense I thought was a little bit better tonight than it had been actually going, earlier in the season, the first 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, we've got a lot of inexperience in the secondary, and probably, those guys need all these reps they can get, and, Hanceville threw the ball around quite a bit when they got behind, and I thought we did a good job at in the secondary, staying over the top of the receivers, and we had help underneath from, when they threw the out routes and the different curls and things up underneath, we routed to the ball and come up and made plays. And more importantly, we had 3, 4, 5 guys around the football and just giving good effort to try to bring the ball carrier down, which I was very pleased with.
Total team effort. That's what it's looked like every week I've seen you guys. Just you got 11 guys on the field working toward one goal, and that's great to see.
Well, I love this sport so much just because it teaches you to be unselfish. If you do it right and you do become a team, good things happen to you, and I hope these guys will continue on the path that we're on right now.
Well, I'll tell you something else that I've seen is as the season has progressed, you've had 4 or 5 big hits in every ball game. Mm-hmm. So you've got some kids that's willing to take it to them. And, that sort of takes a toll on the opposition sometimes when they're getting stuck. And do you have 2 or 3 kids that you recall tonight that had big hits?
Oh, yeah. So far our most consistent player on defense has to be Trey Guthrie. You find number 14 all over the field.
And there were a couple of pass plays where he really took the receiver out.
Yeah, if they're going to catch the ball, you want to make sure that you kind of send the message, and I think he did a good job of that. And Colby Nicholas got an interception tonight and also made a big hit late in the game. Matthew Harrington played solid for us at at safety. We were glad to see Mark Osborne back in the lineup on defense, along with Deke Wright, 2 sophomores playing our middle linebackers. And those guys have plays where they're completely lost, but when they read it right and get in the hole, they bring a pretty good little punch too. So I can't fault them too much on that, and pleased with their effort too. But again, just very happy that our guys were able to win the game.
Well, I hope you guys bring that punch to Winfield next week and hit them harder than any Vinemont team's ever hit them.
Well, I hope so too, because we're going to need to. Winfield's good.
Well, they picked up a win tonight over Winston County, but I think the way you guys are going with y'all's running game, I think it'll be worth the ticket if you're wearing the red.
Hey, we want to get them all out there. Drive about an hour and a half and see us out in Marion County.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for being with us tonight, Coach, and good luck next week and the rest of the season.
Thank y'all so much.
Congrats.
See you. All right. All right, we got a little bit of footage, I believe, of the Addison-Falkville game coming up here, and it was a tough game, especially to start with. Addison took the opening drive, went down the field. It wasn't those kids, but it was some of the players. Yeah, some of the older kids. But they took the opening drive, carried it down the field, and then got a penalty and made a mistake or two and wasn't able to get anything out of it.
Now Falkville got the better half of them last year, isn't that right? In the playoffs, didn't Falkville come out ahead of Addison?
Well, it was just the last game of the season.
Last game of the season, yeah, that's right.
A cold ball game.
And that's kind of hadn't happened very much lately. So that was, I think Addison wanted a little revenge this year, and I think they may have got it tonight.
Well, I guess they did, but it was a tough accomplishment. They went down, as I said, in the first half. They had the ball down there and pretty much dominated, but right before halftime, they allowed Falkville to run a punt back for a touchdown and was up 7-0. And I think it woke them up a little bit, because from that point on, and we were only there for the first half of this thing, so we didn't see all of it. But at the time we were there, it was a very well evenly played ball game of 2 tough teams getting after each other, and there were some good hits in this one as well. There's a big play right there, but it got called back for a motion penalty. So they had some problems with that sort of thing, and weren't able to score. But then after Falkville did score, I think Addison was able to put up 14 points before halftime. Yes. So they went up 14-7, and then came back second half and pretty much dominated the play.
42-7 was the final, so they really poured it on second. And like you say, Falkville's defense looked good in the first half. It was just Addison overwhelmed them a little bit.
Well, Falkville did have some critical mistakes as well. Mm-hmm. The first half, I think they lost 2 fumbles, but Addison wasn't able to take advantage of it. And then in the second half, I think they fumbled a punt into the end zone, and Addison recovered for a touchdown. And I think they had another turnover that Addison was able to take advantage of. But Addison's played some tough football games.
Oh, they've had probably one of the toughest schedules in this area, I would say.
Probably in the state.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's sort of like one of those schedules where you get $1 million to come in and play them, like right. We're going to see tomorrow.
Right, I hear you. Right.
But anyway, it has been a very tough opening part of the season. And, right now, though, coming up, we have something else that I think is extremely important, and that's our FCA, Student Athlete of the Week. FCA plays a big part in helping to mold the character of a lot of the kids in this county. Absolutely. And, FCA is very active in Coleman County. And, we have a lot of good workers there, but we have a lot of coaches who volunteer their time to help to sponsor FCA in the schools. And we have a lot of leadership within the kids that are coming in and taking over roles of leadership. But right now, thanks to some of the church sponsors, we're going to be able to show you a FCA Student of the Week. St. John's Evangelical Church, Bethlehem Missionary Baptist Church, Coleman First Baptist, and Hansville First Baptist Church are all key sponsors in bringing our FCA program to you. And this week's FCA Student of the Week is Colin Day of Cold Springs, a senior lineman at Cold Springs. and we should have an interview with him coming up here in just a little bit.
Welcome to the Fellowship of Christian Athlete of the Week segment of Beyond the Scoreboard. It's great to have you. And what a tremendous honor I have to be a part of this segment. It's just the best part of the show to me. And we've got Colin Day from Cove Springs. Colin is a senior lineman there with us. And first off, let me say welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
It's good to be here.
And what a great cause. Let's talk a little bit, Colin, first off Talk about your personal relationship with Christ and what that means to you as an athlete and as a student.
What it means to me is that with God, you can do anything. You don't have to fear anything. You can be the best you can be with Him through Him. My church is always 100% behind me. With my sports, they always support me. They do. Sometimes they do volunteer work. They do charities with me. They'll buy all the stuff. I always try to sell them. And they're always behind me.
Well, let me ask you something, Colin. A lot of people say that nice guys, you can't be nice and play football. This is not church, stuff like that. I want you to smash that right now. Talk about how you can take your Christian faith and take it into the violent setting of a football game.
Well, if the game's rough, which is every game.
Yeah.
If the other team is just saying profanity, using stuff, you just tell your teammates, don't be like that, be stronger, and pretty much bury their hip, like Coach Elliott says. I mean, they'll make you more mad, and then eventually they'll give up. And I always tell my teammates to be the best they can be through God. Through each game, we always have a devotion that either Coach Elliott will deliver to us, or we have Coach Matt that comes, or we have this guy named, I can't remember his first name, but his name is Mr. Dearman, and he was a great guy. He always gave us good devotions. He always told us about David and Goliath, and he was just an amazing guy.
That's fantastic. Colin, what do you want to do when you get out of school?
I'm gonna go to Wallace and be a registered nurse, then maybe be a nurse practitioner.
And you'll be serving others, won't you?
Yes, sir.
What a great Christian witness that'll be. Hey, man, thanks, Colin, for being who you are.
Thanks, Billy.
And for representing Jesus Christ out there on the football field, in the classroom, and in every aspect of your life. It's been an honor to have you.
It's been an honor to be here.
We'll be back with more Beyond the Scoreboard after these messages.
Good job. And now you guys are in for a real treat. We've got the Coleman Bearcat Marching Band as our Band of the Week.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning safely to the earth. Another satisfied law. Not if all goes well, because this is the place from which man will first step from law.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
A restaurant with a view. A game day bus. A kingdom for pretty princesses. Your local Country Financial representative knows that your car is much more than just a car to you. And since they know you so well, you can be sure they'll guide you to just the right coverage and available discounts to keep your car and everything else that depends on it well protected. Country Financial. Grow your own way.
Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs. Call 256-734-3348.
Delicious stud, hon.
Eat up. There's plenty more.
Billy, eat your stud. Think of the termites whose homes were protected with Termidor.
Aw, Dad. The Browns will never get Termidor. They're clueless.
Yeah, they even think homeowners insurance covers our damage.
Do you hear laughing?
It's probably just the pipes.
Target Pest Control. We aim to please.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. That's the projected number of job openings for trained welders this decade. That's the potential salary for welders trained the Wallace State way with the latest robotic technology for manufacturing. Who will you be? Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
Well, we're back, and once again, we want to thank our main sponsors, Lee Powell and the Country Financial. And you know, Lee Powell can service all your insurance needs, and a big part of any financial plan or portfolio is insurance. I know you're probably over-insured just like I am, and if you need insurance, Lee Powell can help you out with that. And then Wallace State Community College, and Wallace State's served our community since I've been around. I don't know how many years. And you know, it's been the jumping off point for numerous of this community's careers. So
and you know, one of the things at Wallace State, the Wallace State softball team, every year we're going to have the FCA fundraiser banquet thing. They come up there and they serve. I mean, they're active in community affairs as well.
Yep. And then tonight, our unsung heroes are the announcers, and the announcers set the climate for a lot of these ball games. They give it a high energy feel, and they're a really vital part of high school football in the state of Alabama.
All right, we're here at Oliver Woodard Stadium in Coleman, Alabama tonight to honor one of our unsung heroes on our program. Tonight we have with us the voice of Coleman football, Mr. Larry Moore. And Larry, how long you been doing this?
30 years.
30 years?
30 years.
All right. And I know in that 30 years you're probably on the retirement plan, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And your pay scale is?
The same as it was 30 years ago, the enjoyment of being here.
All right. That's sort of what I figured it was. But it's a tremendous asset to, I know from the coaching standpoint, to know that there's a dependable person that's going to be in the booth doing a good job and keeping us out of trouble.
Head football coach Mark Britton and the entire staff and student body of Coleman High School, we welcome you. At this time, we'll give you the starting lineup.
So dependable. How many games have you missed in those 30 years?
Not very many. I don't know, but not very many.
That's what I figured. And home games, probably maybe one, or have you missed?
Well, a couple years ago I had some surgery, so I did miss a few games. But
okay.
Other than that, we're here.
All right. Well, from the standpoint of coaching and a fan, we appreciate what you do. It means so much to us. And, you know, from the times I've been here, I understand what you're saying.
Well, thank you. We appreciate all you all do for us, too. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Well, congratulations on 30 years. I hope we make it 60.
Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Larry Moore, Coleman High School PA announcer.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
A restaurant with a view. A game day bus. A kingdom for pretty princesses. Your local Country Financial representative knows that your car is much more than just a car to you. And since they know you so well, you can be sure they'll guide you to just the right coverage and available discounts to keep your car and everything else that depends on it well protected. Country Financial. Grow your own way.
Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs. Call 256-734-3348. From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts has just the gift you need for that special someone. Find a tote bag or build a bow. Peruse our selection of baby items. Or choose a nice piece of jewelry by Chameleon. And while you're here, let us take care of all your monogramming needs. From the Heart Monogramming and Gifts. The best gifts are from the heart.
When energy prices start to rise, a single electric co-op can only do so much. That's why your Touchstone Energy Cooperative taps the combined ideas and resources of co-ops locally and nationally to deliver electricity at the best price possible. And in that unity, every member gains strength. Together we can take control of the future, instead of the future taking control of us.
Coleman Electric Cooperative.
Wallace State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind. Almost $39,000. That's the mean annual wage for Alabamians trained as machinists and in computer-controlled machine operation. Wallace State has machining programs to fit your career ambitions. Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
Beyond the Scoreboard, brought to you by Country Financial, the Lee Powell Agency, for all your insurance needs, and Wallace State Community College. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
All right, welcome back to Beyond the Scoreboard. We've got a few little SEC games that's going to be coming up tomorrow. Some of them are not
a lot better than last week. Some of these games are actually going to be worth watching, I think.
Well, Alabama, Southern Miss. And if you like Alabama, it's worth watching.
It's worth watching.
Other than that, I don't know.
Not much of a challenge.
Okay.
Arkansas has one.
Auburn's
open.
They're open to this. Okay, so we'll
I'm going to give them the W.
A break.
Right.
Arkansas has
Texas Tech.
Could be a tough one.
That's the one a lot of people are picking Texas Tech to win. I think they're a 3-point overdog.
I think this is going to be the turning point for Arkansas.
I hope so.
And I think they're going to be turning it around and picking up a big win tomorrow. LSU and Louisiana Monroe.
LSU.
Louisiana Monroe's going to scare them, but it's going to be all they do, scare them a little. All right, Mississippi, Louisiana Lafayette.
Mississippi.
I'm going to go Mississippi myself. Mississippi State and South Alabama.
State.
You're going Mississippi State?
Yes.
Well, I am too, but this is another one that's going to be a surprise. South Alabama's going to play them tough.
Going to score.
Texas A&M Rice.
Texas A&M's looking great.
I'll go along with that one. Texas A&M, I think. All right, over on the other side, eastern side, I think we got some tough games. Florida versus Kentucky.
That'll be fun. Florida's going to pull that one out. I think Tebow will be announcing that one from home.
ACLU ain't going to let him.
No, they'll cut him off. Well, they wouldn't let him play quarterback, so there you go.
Right, but Kentucky's improved.
Yes.
And they're going to give them a game, but I think Florida pulled out. Georgia and South Carolina.
I think Georgia's stronger, but South Carolina's a must-win, so I'm still going with Georgia, though.
I think Georgia also. And then Missouri and Central Florida.
Missouri.
I'll go along with that. Tennessee and Oklahoma.
I hope Tennessee pulls this one out.
Well, I'd like to see them play well anyway, but I think Oklahoma's got a little bit too much for them at this point. I don't think Tennessee is quite back where they used to be. All right,
They're
and then we
big.
have Vandy and UMass.
Somebody's going to win.
A couple of unwinnings.
Yes, Vanderbilt Commodores are going to pick up the first win of the season.
I predict a tie. Now, actually, I think Vandy is going to win. We appreciate y'all being with us tonight on Beyond the Scoreboard. We got any big high school games coming up next week?
Well, Vinemont's playing down in Winfield, so that's a big game.
Yep.
And both those teams really need to, if they got a chance to win that region, they really need to win this one.
All right, well, there's another one coming up, I think, Cold Springs and Falkville.
Cold Springs and Falkville is going to be important for the playoffs.
A very important ball game because Cold Springs is going to have to bounce back from, taking it on the chin this week.
That's right.
And Falkville's going to have to bounce back as well. I mean, those two teams are possibly playing for third or fourth spot in their side.
And Coleman and Austin.
Coleman and Austin be a big game and indicator. So go out and support your teams next week and come back and join us, and we'll see you next week on Beyond the Scoreboard.
Have a great week.